All right, everybody. The last game we're going to look at is called Combined Arms Combat Operations from 1939 into the 70s. It's another SPI flat pack game from 1974. Again, it's got the plastic cover. Then you have your cover sheet. Which, I mean, you know what? This is what really attracts me to this game, to be honest with you. It's got the NATO symbols of different units, along with with some pictures from different battles. I really like this cover. We have another rule booklet or pamphlet. Again, it's pamphlet style. Like, I guess they just love to do this back in the 70s. Again, I hate it. It sucks. There should have been like a little booklet or something. It's in black, white, maybe a little bit of grayscale. It's a 4-panel rules pamphlet, just like they all been. 3 columns per page, small font. It's yeah, it's small font. But I got old eyes. That's fine. Copyright 1974. Here we're going over the different units in the game. The NATO symbols, of course. Does it have unit size in here anywhere? Or is it just all generally companies and battalions? Okay. Then we have 2 player aids on thin cardstock, and it's on blue paper. That they love to print shit on different colored papers back in the 70s. I don't know why. Maybe they just came out with different colored papers, and everybody, that was the thing. That was the fad. But both of these cards are the same. And this isn't even cardstock. It's just a little bit thicker paper. It's thicker than paper, but like maybe not as thick as construction paper. It's definitely not as thick as construction paper, but it's thicker than normal paper. And these have your scenario unit values depending on the scenario. That's interesting. So the counters are pretty much generic. It depends on what scenario you play as to what the values of those counters are, like their attack, their defense, and so forth. That's pretty neat, actually. Down here, we have a terrain effects key. It's not in color, but everything's everything should be able to be differentiated easily, actually. Mixed mode, urban mode, open mode, almost. That's interesting. This game may have been a little bit ahead of its time. They're double-sided. On the back are the combat arms charts and tables. Looks like all kinds of combat results tables. Okay. Then, let's go ahead and talk about you have your counter well. This one didn't come with any plastic overlays over the tops of them. And again, I added this little red dye in here. But each side has its own units, brown and green. Simple enough. NATO symbols. And look, there's no values on the counters. There's just a NATO symbol. And all the values are determined by the scenario you play. I don't know, man. I kind of think that's cool. And so last, we're going to take a look at the map. Again, not a lot of color going on. Very basic, simple map. Looks like you have roads, trails, rivers, lakes, rough terrain. That's about it. Pretty uninspiring map. But it was the 70s, guys. You know what I mean? That's one of the main reasons I like these old games, is because you can actually see where the roots of modern wargaming came from, and I think it's pretty neat to see where all the rule sets and such that we have today. This is when they were in their infancy, and I think it's really cool to see where all of it came from. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.